a lot of real men like conflict. I certainly do. Like my wife, when we would be walking by a pub at like last call in my 20s, and there was a fight brewing outside a random pub that we weren't even attending, she'd just be like, "Don't." And I'm like, "I have to go. I have to go. There's a fight over there." And I would just run over to it, try and establish who were good guys and bad guys, and just be like, "Oh, fuck you. You totally shouldn't have done that." Yeah, it was a wild time.
I don't know why you reminded me of this, but so as a doorman, about the last place I worked at, of course, you're the front line. You're the front door. You got to make sure you keep the shit out. You keep the refuse out of the bar, because once it's in the bar, it's your problem. So if you're outside of the bar, you're not my problem. So this big guy, now I'm only 5'11", and at the time I'm probably like $180, $175. And this guy, and I'm standing on a step that's maybe like 6-7 inches.
Yeah.
And this guy comes right up to me. He's nose to nose with me, but he's on the sidewalk, and he's like kingpin. He's like as wide as he is tall. And he just looks like he's trouble, and he looks drunk. And so I'm not going to let this guy in. And he comes right up to me, nose to nose, to get past me. And I'm like, "Sorry, brother, you can't come in tonight." "Why?" "Well, it looks like you've had maybe a little bit too much. You could try the next place." And then he just got really irate, and he's looking at me, and he looks in my eye, and he says, "Do you want to get fucking punched in the face?" And I said, No, I really don't want to be punched in the face. And I was just waiting for it. And he just looks at me for a second, and then he backs away and walks. And I felt like a superhero. And then I look behind me, and I see my coworker glaring over my shoulder with like the look of death. And I realized it's because there was two of us there. I didn't realize that. So yeah, it deflated my ego balloon.
Don't ever tell your ego that.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? I'll always go with the best explanation.
Of course.
I've got a photogenic memory. I remember it as better than it was.
That's right.